Hello everyone! Today we're going to learn how to do a fade in and fade out effect in Adobe Animate. To show you how to create the fade in and fade out effect, we will start with some text that I've created with the text tool. We will need to create a motion tween, but we cannot create the tween until we turn this text into a symbol. This is how we convert the text to a symbol. We go to the cursor key, click on that, grab this text by highlighting it. Then we go to the Modify menu and click Convert to Symbol. We click OK, and now we have a symbol. Now what we need to do is to create a motion tween. We need to decide how long our fade in and fade out is going to last. I am going to have our fade in and fade out last 70 keyframes. So I'm going to go down here to 70, and I'm going to click Add Keyframe here. So I'm going to click on 70 and add a keyframe. Now we are going to create a motion tween, and there's several ways to do it. You can use the drop-down menu here by going to Insert and click Create a Motion Tween, or an easier way would be to go down here and click Motion Tween. And there we have a motion tween. All right, now let's look at this keyframe. This keyframe here is not part of our motion tween. So remember that. Please remember that this keyframe is not part of the tween. So now that we've set up the tween, we can add keyframes at various places along the timeline where we're going to tell the computer how we are going to fade in and fade out our text. Okay, so let's look at how we're going to do this. First, we're going to go to the middle of the keyframe, or middle of the timeline right here, and we're going to click Add a Keyframe. So we're going to click here, and we're going to add a keyframe here. This will be the place where our text is at 100% transparency. Now we're going to set up two more keyframes, and that's going to be in between the 0% transparency here and 100% transparency here. So we're going to go about right here, and we're going to click, and we're going to add a keyframe right here. All right? We're going to do the same between this middle location and 70. So we're going to add a keyframe approximately right here. Say around 47. I'm going to click a keyframe right here. So we're going to click Add Keyframe. So now we have 4 different keyframes along our timeline. All right, so how do we set up the transparency? To set up this transparency, first we select the text object by going to the cursor and select the object. Then we move the header bar to the first keyframe, and we go to the properties on object. We click on alpha to adjust the transparency, and we move the alpha to 0. We're going to do that for each of the successive keyframes here. So we're going to set this one to 50%, 100, 50, and finally 0. Now if we press play, we can see our fade in and fade out.